These small white plastic pieces are marked LH and RH, suggesting they are part of a left-right pair. They appear to be housings or covers for some kind of mechanism, possibly related to furniture or equipment. Their shape isn't immediately recognizable. What could these paired plastic covers be for? These components are identified as caster covers specifically designed for hospital beds. Casters are the wheels that allow the bed to be moved. These plastic covers snap or fit over the caster assembly, serving multiple purposes. They provide a more aesthetic, finished look. They protect the caster mechanism from dirt, dust, and impacts, and they can help prevent snagging on bedding or cables. The LH and RH markings ensure they are fitted correctly to the corresponding sides of the bed's caster system. What is this object described as a round, fabric bag-like thing with a small slit in the side? The description is minimal, but the combination of fabric, a round shape, and a slit suggests it might be designed to hold something inside or interact with something specific. What could this simple fabric item be? Based on the brief description, this round fabric item with a slit is likely a type of cat toy holder or puzzle ball. Owners often place catnip or small crinkly toys inside the fabric ball through the slit. The cat is then encouraged to bat, chase, and manipulate the ball to try and get the enticing item out, providing mental stimulation and playtime engagement. The fabric material is safe for cats to play with, and the simple design is effective for this purpose. Someone was unexpectedly handed this small, red glass object, about 1 inch long. It contains tiny air bubbles and seems to have glitter mixed in. Upon closer inspection, there appear to be 2 spots on the larger end, where something might have broken off. The person who handed it over left immediately without explanation. What could this mysterious, possibly broken, red glass piece be? Given the red color, small size, and possible broken attachment points, this object is likely intended to be a glass representation of a heart. Small glass charms or figurines depicting hearts are common decorative items, sometimes used in jewelry, as pendants, or simply as small keepsakes. The glitter and air bubbles are typical inclusions in decorative glasswork. The broken spots might indicate where a loop for hanging was attached, or where it was connected to a larger piece. The odd circumstances of its delivery remain unexplained. This peculiar board, about 15 inches square and made of wood, features numerous small multicolored cubes. Each cube can be flipped independently to show a different color on its face. Markings on the back were unhelpful in online searches. What is this interactive wooden board with flippable colored cubes? It resembles some kind of game, art tool, or educational device. This intriguing wooden board is identified as a type of pixel art maker or creative pegboard toy, predating digital pixels. It functions similarly to toys like Light Bright, but without the light element. Users flip the small wooden cubes to create patterns, pictures, or designs by arranging the different colored faces. It's a tactile, manual way to create pixel-style art. These types of boards were popular as creative toys or decorative items, allowing for endless pattern combinations simply by flipping the cubes. Suddenly appearing on the kitchen table, this gray plastic object with a rubber grommet is about 2.5 inches tall and 1.5 inches wide at its broadest point. Neither resident knows where it came from. Its shape, with 2 arms on the sides, suggests it plugs into or caps something specific. What could this mystery plastic piece be? A plumber identifies this precisely. It's a plug for the dishwasher inlet port on a Moen brand garbage disposal unit. When a dishwasher is connected to a disposal, its drain hose attaches to this inlet. If no dishwasher is connected, this plug seals the port. Moen uses 2 types, a twist-on cap, and this style, where the 2 side arms click onto barbs on the inlet's exterior. Its sudden appearance suggests the homeowners recently had their garbage disposal replaced or serviced, and the plumber either forgot to install it, if no dishwasher, or left the old one behind. Installed inside wooden posts on either side of a footpath are these plastic boxes. Fixed bollards already prevent cars from using the path. What could these paired electronic boxes be monitoring? They don't seem like lighting or security cameras. Their placement facing each other across the path suggests they are tracking movement along it. These paired plastic boxes are almost certainly infrared beam people counters. One box emits an invisible infrared beam across the path to the receiver box on the other side. Each time someone walks through the path and breaks the beam, the counter registers it. Municipalities and park authorities use these counters, often placed near tourist areas, trails, or public facilities, to gather data on foot traffic volume. This information helps them plan maintenance, allocate resources, like garbage collection frequency based on usage, and understand how public spaces are being utilized. Present in an apartment since move-in, this silver orb, jokingly called a disco ball, is mounted near a lighting system and seems connected to electrical wiring. However, no switches in the room appear to control it, it makes no noise, and it's not a smoke detector. What is this mysterious silver sphere connected to the electrical system? This silver orb is identified as the transformer for an IKEA thermospheric low-voltage lighting system. These systems were popular for track lighting or spotlights, and the transformer steps down the standard household voltage to a lower voltage suitable for the specialized bulbs. The spherical design was characteristic of the thermospheric line. The reason no switch seems to control it could be because the switch controls the outlet it's plugged into elsewhere, the switch is faulty, or the lighting system itself was removed, leaving only the transformer behind. Found during the renovation of a pub brewery, this object is about 10 centimeters 4 inches long, appears to be made of plastic, and features a plunger mechanism with a hole in the bottom tip. Its design strongly suggests it's used for squirting or suctioning liquids. Given its potential age and discovery location, what might its specific purpose have been? This small, plunger-operated device is identified as an ear syringe. These tools were commonly used, and sometimes still are, though less frequently recommended by doctors today, for flushing out earwax or debris from the ear canal. Warm water, or a special solution, would be drawn into the syringe and then gently squirted into the ear to dislodge buildup. While finding one in a pub renovation is a bit unusual, they were once common household items for personal hygiene. Using an old one found like this is definitely not advised. Spotted on the roadside in rural France, specifically between Septfonds and Saint-Antonin-Noble-Val, are these small, dry stone structures. They stand about 6 to 8 feet high, 5 to 6 feet wide, and 4 to 5 feet deep, with small doorways roughly 20 inches high by 3 feet wide. They seem too small for human habitation, too deep for shrines, and unlike pigeon ears, dovecotes. What are these distinctive stone huts? These structures are identified as gazelles, characteristic dry stone huts found particularly in the Causes limestone plateau regions of southern France, such as the Causse Méjean in Lozère, mentioned in a reference link. Historically, they served various purposes for shepherds and farmers, temporary shelters from the elements, storage for tools, or even housing for small animals. Built without mortar using local stone, their specific design varied, but the small size and robust construction are typical. They are historical, agricultural landscape features. Located in the stairway of an old Edinburgh tenement building, circa 1905, there's one of these levers on every floor. On the first floor, there's also a wooden square beneath it. The knob on the lever moves up and down with some resistance, but doesn't seem to do anything obvious. What is the purpose of these repeating levers in the stairwell? This lever is a mechanism for remotely opening the main front door of the tenement building. In many Victorian-era tenements, before electric intercoms and buzzers, visitors would call up to the desired apartment. The resident could then operate this lever, which was connected via a system of wires and pulleys, running down the stairwell to the latch on the ground floor entrance door. Pulling the lever would retract the latch, allowing the visitor to enter the building. A clever mechanical solution for multi-story living. Found on the wall of a townhouse, built in the mid-80s, next to the fireplace, are these two related electrical components. One is located higher up, above the fireplace, and the other is down near the baseboards to the right. They look like specialized electrical outlets or connections. What is this system and what is it used for? The landlord wasn't sure. This setup is identified as an in-wall power extension system, likely a brand like PowerBridge. It's specifically designed to provide power to a wall-mounted flat-screen TV, or potentially speakers, without having unsightly cables running down the wall. The upper outlet is installed behind where the TV would mount, providing power and often connections for AV cables. The lower outlet connects to a standard wall socket and feeds power up through wiring hidden inside the wall cavity to the upper outlet. It creates a clean, professional-looking installation for wall-mounted electronics. Found amongst clothes taken out of a communal dryer, this small, 1.5-inch black plastic device resembles a tiny controller. It has a working power switch and a button often depicted with a camera icon. Its presence in laundry suggests it fell out of a pocket. What could this miniature remote control be for? This small plastic gadget is identified as a Bluetooth remote trigger, commonly bundled with selfie sticks. These simple remotes pair with a smartphone via Bluetooth and allow the user to trigger the phone's camera shutter remotely by pressing the button. This lets you take photos or stop video recording while the phone is mounted on the extended selfie stick without needing to set a timer or touch the screen. They are typically small, lightweight, and basic, featuring just a power switch, pairing function, and the trigger button. Standing about 3 feet tall, this wooden item features horizontal wooden pieces positioned partway up its frame. Its structure suggests it's designed to hold or store something specific, likely items that can rest on the horizontal supports. What is this wooden stand intended for? It doesn't look like a typical shelf or display unit. This wooden stand is identified as a holder or caddy for TV trays, also known as folding tray tables. These stands are designed to store a set of collapsible TV trays neatly when they are not in use. The folded trays would typically hook onto or rest against the horizontal wooden pieces, keeping them upright and organized. This particular stand seems designed for storing trays vertically, a common configuration for these convenient portable tables, often used for eating or working in front of the television. Found attached to the water hose, connected to a kitchen sink faucet, likely a pull-out or pull-down model, is this heavy black object, possibly made of plastic or coated metal, described as a clasp. What is the purpose of this weight, clamped onto the faucet hose underneath the sink? It doesn't seem to control water flow. This heavy black object is a counterweight specifically designed for pull-out or pull-down kitchen faucets. The flexible hose that allows the faucet head to extend passes through the faucet body. This weight is clamped onto the hose underneath the sink. When you release the faucet head after pulling it out, the gravity acting on this weight helps to smoothly and automatically retract the hose back into the faucet body, ensuring the faucet head docks securely in place. It's a crucial component for the proper functioning of these types of faucets. Found in a plastic parts bag under an upstairs bathroom sink, this small plastic clip has an indeterminate shape, but its location suggests a connection to plumbing fixtures. What is the purpose of this small clip? Likely part of a repair kit or original installation hardware for a toilet or sink. This small plastic piece is identified as a clip specifically from a toilet repair kit. Its function is to attach the thin rubber refill tube, which runs from the fill valve, securely to the edge of the larger overflow pipe inside the toilet tank. This ensures that during the tank refilling process, water from the refill tube correctly flows down into the overflow pipe to replenish the water level in the toilet bowl itself. Without this clip, the refill tube might spray water elsewhere in the tank, leading to inefficient flushing or noise. Found in a garage, this object measures about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, is black, and appears metallic. Its shape isn't immediately clear from the description, but its size and material suggest it could be a part from a bicycle, tool, or piece of hardware. What could this small, black metallic item be? This small, black metallic piece is identified as a locking pedal cleat, specifically the type used with clipless pedal systems on mountain bikes and sometimes road bikes. These cleats are bolted to the bottom of special cycling shoes. They engage with a mechanism on the pedal, securely locking the rider's foot to the pedal for improved power transfer and control. Different brands, like Shimano SPD or Crank Brothers, have distinct cleat shapes, but they generally fit this size and material description. Discovered in a tackle box, this item consists of a 3-inch steel rod with a cross-section top. A Bass Pro Shops lanyard is attached, suggesting an outdoor or possibly fishing-related use, though its function isn't obvious. What is this steel rod tool, with a specific shape at the end intended for? Despite being found in a tackle box, this tool is identified as a tuning tool key, often used for adjusting the tension rods on a drum kit. The cross-sectioned or square-shaped socket at the end fits onto the square heads of the tension rods located around the rim of a drum. Turning the key tightens or loosens the drum head, allowing the drummer to tune the drum to the desired pitch. Why it was in a tackle box is anyone's guess. Perhaps the owner was both a musician and an angler. Found on a construction site, these items consist of interlinked steel clamps, incorporating black and yellow foam squares. Their design suggests they are used for mounting or suspending something, with the foam providing some sort of buffering or isolation. What is the specific purpose of these clamps with foam elements? These components are identified as noise isolation hangers, specifically designed for use in suspended ceiling systems, also known as drop ceilings. They are used to hang the ceiling grid framework from the structural beams above. The steel clamps provide the structural connection, while the foam, or sometimes rubber, elements act as vibration dampers, isolating the ceiling grid from vibrations transmitting through the building structure. This helps to reduce noise transmission between floors, creating a quieter environment. The black pieces mentioned might be temporary transport clips. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay curious. More finds coming soon.